Recognizing the member from Langley Willowbrook.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I rise today in support of Bill M205, the Mental Health Amendment Act. I want to start by thanking my colleague, the member for Surrey Cloverdale, for bringing this bill forward. Mental health is a priority for me, not just in conversations we have here in the House, but in the work I've already undertaken of my own work with Bill 204. While that bill focused on a different aspect of care, the goal remains the same: to improve how we support individuals and families who are navigating mental health. This amendment builds on that broader effect. It focuses on very important but critical piece of the system: communication. Communication between medical professionals and how people who often know the patient the best. It makes sure that families aren't left out of decisions that directly affect their loved ones, care, safety, and the future. Mental health is something I hear often about. It affects people in every corner of this province, including in my own riding. I've spoken with families who are doing everything they can to support someone they love. They're trying to get help, trying to understand what's going on, but too often they feel disconnected from the very system that's supposed to help them, whether it's parents, siblings, partners, or even close friends. Too many are left without answers at the moment they need them the most. And that disconnection doesn't just create confusion, it creates risk. Because when care decisions are made without input from people who know the individual best, we miss important details, we miss early warning signs, and we miss opportunities to prevent harm. At the same time, that communication is also very critical for health professionals. They often make decisions in a limited window of time, under pressure, and with incomplete information. Hearing from someone who has been very closely involved, who's seen the changes in behavior or mood, or who can speak to the past challenges and make a real decision, it gives a fuller picture. It helps ensure the decisions are grounded and not just what's seen in the moment, but in what's been happening over time. Because when it comes to mental health, the devil really is in the details. Sometimes it's small changes in routine, a conversation that felt off, a pattern that only someone close would recognize. And those small pieces of information can be exactly what a physician or nurse practitioner needs to make at the right time. This bill closes the communication gap between the care that's delivered and the people who are most connected to the person receiving it. The current Mental Health Act allows involuntary admission when someone is at risk of harming themselves or others, or when they're clearly unable to care for themselves. That's a heavy decision, but right now that's a decision that can be made without ever speaking to people who have been witnessing the decline or who have been known to that person the best. This bill changes that. It would require physicians or nurse practitioners, before issuing a medical certificate, to take responsible steps to consult with either a near relative or an individual who raised the concern in the first place. It doesn't create red tape. It doesn't delay care. It brings more voice into the room, the voice of someone who may have important information. Madam Speaker, let's be clear. This is not about undermining clinical expertise. It's about improving it. When you're making a decision about someone's mental health care, especially when the care involves removing their liability, even temporarily, it's vital to have the full picture. That includes medical history, recent behavior, changes in mood or language, missed medication or prior episodes. Families often carry this information and the history very near to them. They live it day by day, and it goes both ways. This bill also makes it mandatory that families be notified when someone is being discharged, and that if the patient chooses to withdraw consent for that communication, the family must be informed. That creates accountability. That prevents blind-siding families when someone walks out the door of a facility and is suddenly back in a crisis. And I think of a story someone close to me shared about a cousin who had stopped taking his medication. He was able to walk out of a facility without anyone realizing just how serious the risk was. There wasn't enough information shared, and because of that precaution weren't in place, he went missing, and to this day, his body was never found, and this could never happen again. If we have bills such as M205 in place. These are preventable gaps caused by a lack of communication between the system and the people who know the individual best. That's exactly what Bill M205 is trying to fix. It's respectful of patients' rights, it's mindful of privacy, and it brings a small but powerful shift towards more collective care. That's the direction we need to be going in, especially when we confront rising rates of depression, anxiety, substance use, and a complex mental health need across British Columbia. I support this bill because it puts people first. It brings compassion and a common sense into our mental health system. It gives individuals who are struggling and the families and friends who care about them a chance to be heard before it's too late. I urge every member of this House to support Bill M205. Thank you.